times of motherhood. Welcome back to today's video, guys. If you're new here, my name's Laura. I make motherhood, faith, and lifestyle content. Go hit that subscribe button down below if you are not yet subscribed. I am doing a pulled back hairdo, and y'all, I'm attempting to make it slick, but all my postpartum girlies know that it's very difficult to have a slick back hairdo without all the baby hairs just kind of like popping everywhere. Taking some hairspray and hoping that'll kind of keep it down. Here in a few minutes I need to leave my house because I am meeting a friend for lunch. We are going to Bob Evans because that's like the one restaurant where you can like actually sit down and someone serves you and it's not gonna break the budget. Have you ever heard of their dinner bell meals? You get so much food for like $8 or $9, which if you think about it, that's like the price of a meal at McDonald's, and all you get is a sandwich, fries, and a drink. And then I always order water whenever I go out because that's free. Honestly, the price of drinks at restaurants are ridiculous, so I always order water with like a lemon to make it nice and fancy because all of that's free. And then all I'm paying for is the food. After lunch with my friend, I need to go grocery shopping desperately. I'm not gonna even show you my fridge because there's nothing to show. It is bare bones. It is empty. I have just been pushing off this grocery trip just because we've been kind of busy. So I need to head to Aldi after lunch with my friend, and grocery shopping is it's a whole ordeal when you take both kids. So that's gonna take a good chunk of time and lots of energy. What fries? You guys, this weather, oh my gosh, this weather is beautiful. I will have like a screenshot of the forecast this week. It's too nice. God, you are too good. I like needed this. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that just needed this weather. I need to text my friend that I'm gonna be late because I'm gonna be late. Going to just sit down and chat with you guys, kind of tell you what has happened today. So we went to lunch with my friend and that was a lot of fun. It was fun catching up with her, and the kids were fantastic. They were great. And then after that we went grocery shopping, and again the kids were great. But I noticed like every time I would press on the gas or anytime I would start up my car made this race car noise when the gas was being pressed. And every time I would start the car up, or like every once in a while while I was driving, I would hear this rattling underneath the car. And the best way to describe it is it kind of sounded like a cowbell, like a very faint cowbell noise. As I drove, it just progressively got worse. I texted my husband, I was like, my car needs to see a mechanic. And like anytime you say mechanic, you think mechanic, all I see are dollar signs like everywhere. Like that's all I can think about. I just scheduled an appointment with a mechanic. The earliest they could see me is next week. I'm just so kind of annoyed by this because car repairs are never cheap. Like you think of an oil change, they're not cheap. They used to kind of be reasonable. Like I remember back in 2019, 2018 when I had my first car, I would get an oil change for like 30 bucks, I think, at Walmart. But now, if I go to like a 15-minute oil change place, it's at least 100. When it comes to oil changes, my dad changes my oils now because that's like one way that we save money is my dad will change our oil for free. We just have to buy the oil, which is a lot more reasonable than if we were to take it to like a 15-minute oil change place. I think something's wrong with the muffler. I think it's the muffler. Don't ask me. Like, I like sound so confident like I know what I'm talking about. I really don't. It just sounds like the muffler. I know nothing about vehicles, nothing about car maintenance. I'm that girly that has all the lights on and in the dashboard, and it just is pretty to me. I don't think anything of it. That was kind of hard doing. It was such a good day, and then something like that is just it's so irritating sometimes. But honestly, this is a first world problem. Like, I'm complaining about having to go take my car to a mechanic. I'm grateful for a car, okay? I'm grateful that I get to have a car to maintain. I'm grateful. Not to say it's not frustrating when things like this happen, but I am grateful for a car. So I'm not gonna dwell on the fact that this is probably gonna be a lot of money. I'm just going to dwell on the fact that thank you, Jesus, for a car that's completely paid off and that gets us from point A to point B. Thank you, Jesus. Anyways, it is like 3:15. How are we doing with this time change? Are we okay? Are you adjusting okay? Are your kids okay? I will say the time change has been a bit rough for Ellery. Ellery, it's probably affecting her the most. Caspian is fine. It's like nothing has affected him. The hour difference, none of that. So I would love to know, how are you guys doing with this time change? Mamas, are we hanging in there? Because I know it's not easy sometimes. This is the lineup today. We got some snot bulbs and snot sucker, some baby wipes, kids medicine, infants medicine. I am currently drinking some Emergency. You guys, this actually tastes really good. It's just the raspberry flavor, Immune Plus. I've heard great things about this. So a couple weeks ago when the norovirus was running rampant, Kyle was like, we need something to prevent. So I bought some Emergency. Thankfully, the norovirus did not hit the Townsend fam. Very grateful. But today we woke up with colds, which I'll take that over the norovirus any day. Like, I'll take a cold. So I am drinking some Emergency because both kids woke up with super snotty noses. I woke up with just congestion. Ellery is up from her nap. That literally was like 5 minutes. Well, that's just the day that we've been having. We've been having a rough day. Not gonna sugarcoat it. We woke up sick, woke up cranky. Kids are feeling it, mama's feeling it, and I'm just gonna chug this. I need to put Ellery back down, if she'll even go back down. Fun times in motherhood. Yeah, these are the days that you are grateful are far and few between. Ellery is back down for her nap. I just pray she gets a good nap because poor girl is so congested and she's having such a hard time just like breathing. I just feel so bad for her. My heart absolutely breaks when my kids are sick. We'll see how long she sleeps for. Poor girl. Caspian is handling it a lot better than Ellery, but he's been sick before. He kind of knows what it all entails, and she's still learning what it's like to be sick, and I just feel so bad for both of them. Just praying that this congestion passes. I'm about to air fry some lunch. It's just leftover chicken strips and fries from Bob Evans yesterday, and if you air fry it, it tastes as fresh as you can go with leftover fries and nuggets. But I'm about to prepare this, and Okay. She started to stir, so I thought maybe she might be getting up, but I think we're good. After lunch, I just kind of went to take it easy. I was gonna go out today because it's beautiful outside. The temp is a little colder than yesterday, but it's sunny. But with the kids being sick, I think we're just gonna stay home. It's a PJ day for the kids because when they're sick, there's no point in getting them dressed because there's just gonna get snot all over it. Might as well keep them in their PJs. It's just gonna be a very restful, relaxing day because no one is feeling up to doing anything extravagant. So we're just going to hunker down today and stay inside because it's a sick day. And I don't wanna go out and about and spread all these sick germs to other people. That would be so unfair. So we're gonna stay home today to rest and recover and praying for a better day tomorrow. I am currently looking for a quote for my letterboard. So my quote right now says, it's like I think Whitney Houston sings the song. It's, and I will always love you, like the song. Well, I had that quote for February, you know, because February has Valentine's Day. And so I wanted like some sort of quote about love. Oh, sorry, it's my phone on a tripod. Anyways, so we are well into March and I have yet to change the quote. And I am just browsing Pinterest for some good March quotes. A lot of them are about St. Patrick's Day. There was one that I thought was kind of funny. It's luckier than a four-leaf clover. I kind of like that one. But then I also, because I'm pretty sure spring is, the first day of spring I'm pretty sure is in March. The first day of spring is Thursday, March 20th. Why doesn't it say that on the calendar though? Like it doesn't say it on the iPhone calendar that the first day of spring is March 20th. Anyways, I think I want to do some sort of spring quote. I kind of like the I'm so excited for spring, I wet my plants. But that one's so cheesy. Like I've seen that quote in so many homes and it's so cheesy. But like I'm here for cheesiness. I love a good cheesy quote. There's one that says, pinch me and I'll punch you. Okay, that one is actually so funny. I'm doing that one because that's so funny. Like I actually LOL'd. Okay, that is not the Christian thing to do. Don't punch someone. So the other night, Kyle and I installed some shelves on the wall. Here, I'll kind of step it back. So these shelves, and I ordered them in white because we want to paint our walls white, and that's not gonna happen until the summertime. I feel like we are finally getting to the point where we're really decorating our home in terms of like putting things on the wall, because our house is a fixer-upper, and when we purchased it, it was traumatizing, y'all. The amount of holes that we had to fill, like it was like every inch of this house, every wall in this house had some sort of nail or screw hole, and it was traumatizing. Like it was so many holes, and so much time was dedicated to just like looking for holes, filling it in, and sanding off the filler, and like it was a lot of holes, let's just put it that way. Here we are 4 years deep into owning this house, and we're finally getting the courage to like actually put things on the wall. For the longest time, we would just hang things up using command strips because no drilling or hammering it required. You can only do so much with a command strip or a command hook. And I have been wanting some shelving in the living room on this wall. This wall is kind of it's the biggest wall in the living room. It's also been blank for so long. And so it's like time, and we kind of are at the point in our life where we look at this house and we see us living here forever. Now that is obviously subject to change. Like we just don't know what the future holds, but as of right now, this is our forever home. And if not forever, we're staying here for a very, very, very long time. And so like, at least I'm at the point where it's like, I want to decorate this house. And so I'm the interior decorator when it comes to our house. And I remember when we finally renovated a good chunk of the house, Kyle took pictures of the finished product and he decorated the house while I was at work. And you guys, it was such a man. It was such a man decorating the house. There was this rug that I would use in the mudroom to our old house, and he put that rug like near that door. It was such an ugly rug. And he like took pictures with this rug, and I remember cringing so hard when I saw it on Facebook, and I'm like, oh no, that's not one of his strong suits. He's so talented in so many areas, but interior design, that's more my strong suit. Anyways, so yeah, I've been really wanting to just decorate the house, really bring in my style, and I've also kind of had a style shift too. I used to be really heavy into the neutrals, but now I'm really heavy into colors. And so I have just been like slowly decorating the house. It's been a very slow process. I follow this influencer on Instagram. Her Instagram handle is Emily Welsh Style. The way she decorates her home is so dreamy. Like, I absolutely love her style. Granted, she's buying a lot of these things brand new from like Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Target. Like, y'all, I don't have the budget for that, okay? I would say like 90% of the things I'm using to decorate my house are thrifted items. I just cannot afford Home Good prices to like decorate my home. That's a lot of money. And obviously that's what she does for a living. So like it makes sense. That's not my reality. That's not my life. I cannot just afford to go buy all new throw pillows and blankets and trinkets at Home Goods. That's not reality for me, and that's okay. I just thrift all my items and I make do with what I have. But her style is such an inspiration for me, and she just recently moved into a different house, but the house that she used to live in, it has a very similar layout to my house, more specifically the living room. And so her Instagram page inspired me to get shelving right here in the living room. In terms of medicine, I give my kids these homeopathic type things. This is the Dr. Talbot's, it's the infant one. This one is Ellery's medicine that I have been giving her. And then this is the medicine that I give Caspian. It is the off-brand to Highlands, but it's still homeopathic. It's just a little bit cheaper. One of the hardest things for me to figure out as a mom was, what medicine do I give my kids? Like, do I go the homeopathic route, or do I just go like with the legit stuff? But my personal choice has been just the homeopathic medicine. And also, I don't know if they just changed the taste of medicine, but my kids drink it like juice. Caspian will ask me for more medicine, and I can think back to when I was a kid and the taste of medicine was terrible, especially the pink stuff. That pink medicine, I swear, was the death of me. I could not stand that stuff. Unfortunately, it is another sick day. It was a really rough night last night. It was really hard to breathe. Ellery was up quite a bit throughout the night because she had a hard time breathing. Thankfully though, Caspian doesn't seem too affected by this. Like, he slept really great last night. He seems to be his normal self. I still have been giving him medicine because he's been stuffy, but like nowhere near is he's nowhere near as sick as Ellery, which I'm grateful that he's feeling good, because 2 sick kids at the same time is not fun. I mean, I feel so bad for her, but I'm also very grateful that Caspian is not as sick as her. You want to go down for a nap? Oh, ew, gross. Hopefully a good nap will help you fight the sickness, huh? Also, before I put her down for a nap, I do have a question. Parents, how do we feel about the snot sucker? Is it gross? Is it a genius invention? I'm in between. I'm like, wow, this is disgusting, but at the same time, it works. Ellery is down for a nap. Castian is watching a movie because it's a sick day, and you know what? Totally leaning into the screen time. I feel like there should be a balance when it comes to screens, and on a sick day, we are absolutely watching something on the screen because it's just a rough day in general, so we might as well take it easy. So he's currently watching some cartoons, and you guys know my letterboard that I did yesterday. This one. Well, I mean, as most husbands, Kyle did not notice that I changed the quote. So I was like, what do you think of the quote on the letterboard? And he was like, oh, okay, like it's a little weird. And he didn't get it. And so now I'm wondering, do you guys understand this reference? It's a joke in terms of St. Patty's Day, like if you don't wear green, you get pinched. And he didn't understand it. And so now I'm wondering if I should change the quote because it looks like I'm promoting violence, but in reality, this is just a St. Patty's Day joke. The thing is, it's only funny if you understand the joke. If you don't understand it, then it's not funny. Now I'm wondering, do I change the quote? Do I keep the quote? I've already put in the work to put up the letters. I am curious, did you guys understand the joke? Or were you guys like, Alora, what is wrong with you? Let me just say it loud and clear. I am not promoting violence, I promise. It was just a funny St. Patty's Day joke. I'm like struggling to breathe over here. I have been blowing my nose constantly. It's like getting to the point where it hurts. It's very like, my nose is very raw and I really should be putting some like Aquaphor on it. If you're needing something for like dry or cracked skin, Aquaphor works wonders. I love that stuff. Just be mindful though, it's like an ointment, so it goes on very greasy. So I usually apply it at night. There's really not much else I'm gonna do today. We're all recovering here and I'm giving myself a lot of grace to just rest. This video ended up turning into more of a sick day vlog, and I'm sorry if that is really gross to you, but this is real life, this is reality, this is motherhood. In motherhood, you have sick days and mamas get sick too. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, go subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, friends.